So I've been playing A Plague Tale Requiem, which is the second game in the series. I believe there's a third one that they're making. I haven't finished the game yet, so I'm still about halfway through. But the story essentially follows kind of a family that I suppose hit a bit of tragedy, and that is in the form of rats. Rats appeared, and rats essentially have taken over. It's based in the 13th century as well. Now, this is not real, it is fiction, but obviously based on things such as the plague. But I've never seen so many rats in my life. There are hordes and waves and oceans of rats that come out of the ground, and essentially our little brother, which is little Hugo there, he has something that is called the macula, and that has some type of tie to the rats. And the macula goes through stages in which he may or may not survive. And so his sister is doing everything to protect him because there are people who are also after the macula because it's some kind of power. I don't know what it is yet. I'm still figuring it out. I'm still in the dark of what this actually is. So it's essentially kind of like a survival game where you're constantly being hunted and you have to kind of survive while protecting your little brother. So going from the first game to the second game, it's really interesting because when you start, the main character's name is Amicia, which is the girl on the screen, which is Hugo's bigger sister. She's kind of innocent. She doesn't really, she doesn't want to hurt anybody. She doesn't want to cause any trouble, but she's just doing her best to look out for her family. And as you see her character develop from the first game to the second game, she has become this incredibly tough, just resilient, that she will do absolutely anything to protect her family. And it's been one of the most beautiful storytelling games that I've ever played. It's quite linear. Obviously there's one path going through, but it's just incredible. The scenery, the music, the character development, the voice acting, everything is just beautiful. And also the action. You get to use alchemy and potions and stuff. And I call it spell casting. So if you throw rock, I cast rock. Anyway. So you have the option to, either kind of, I wouldn't say there's an option, because if you kind of go in all offensive, then you just don't really make it out alive. So we predominantly have to sneak through this game, but it's really immersive, and it's just one of the most beautiful story games that I've ever played. And I don't want to give away too much because I feel like it's an experience when you play it in terms of actually experiencing the story. But it's a really, really beautiful game. But there's rats, and so you've got to...
Do you like rats?
I used to have ferrets. So I would say they're
I
part
used
of
to
the rat
have rats.
family.
They're really
cute. I think rats are really, really cute.
I actually think they're so cute.
I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I had 2 albino rats when I was growing up as a
I had
kid.
an albino ferret too.
And they had little beady red eyes, and they were so cute.
Yeah.
But they were boy rats, and I don't know, boy rats have really massive ball sacks.
Yeah.
So rats
I held my hands out like that.
You don't get
Big
the
nuts.
Massive ball sacks. And so I think girl rats.
Big nuts.
Big nuts. They're big nuts, about that size. So yeah, get girl rats if you're going to get rats.
Yeah.
Sorry,
No, I
Karen.
love rats. But yeah, I mean, I'm not very good at retelling. Every time I go in to play it, I have to pep myself and be like, okay, where am I up to? So, but it's a game that I think is just really beautiful. It's very, very graphic though, which I wasn't expecting. When you think of the 1300s, it's very much what you would expect, if you will. So there's a lot of gore in the game, but that is necessary because it really sets the tone of, I suppose, the serious nature of, there is a plague running rampant and you have to survive. And it's very emotionally targeting, I suppose. It really evokes your emotions in some choices that you have to make along the way. So, but it's a really great game.
Well, is this the first or the second?
This is the second game,
second.
so I'm halfway through.
Yeah. Have you played the first?
I played the first one, and it was...
How does it compare?
I think that the first one it really set the tone for the story. The second one is a lot more action and I suppose more aggression, because you've done all this work and all of a sudden our brother's still in danger and we need to figure out how to save him.
Yeah.
And we don't know how to do that. And there's all of these, barriers that keep coming up and you keep getting pushed and pushed and pushed to the breaking point almost. And so it's, in terms of visually, the graphics are stunning. It is such a detailed game. This is what I mean by gore. I mean,
it's stunning and it's running through a pig. I feel the blood in pigs.
But
I really
it's
saw a live pig and I was like, pig, and then the dead one immediately. I'm like,
I won't say it, but there's a thing you have to do in the first game that I actually had to I almost didn't want to go through with it. So be warned, anybody who does play the first one.
And you said you have
But-
to like sneak through. I kind of hate sneaky games because I am a person that likes to
hate
just go in like
stealth.
guns blazing.
Yeah.
Are you a sneaky?
Oh, so you're a tank,
I'm
basically.
not even like even if I'm playing a wizard, I'm like here I go.
I hate
No,
stealth.
I love running in and causing a ruckus. So when I try to do it, it doesn't work. But you do get a crossbow in this game, and that is the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
But you get like
Hectic.
1 arrow, so
Oh.
I can't use it.
Wait, what do you mean you get 1 arrow?
Well, like
general?
no, okay, I'm being dramatic. Maybe
I was
I
like
should
so serious. I was like fucking autistic. I was like, you get
maybe
1 arrow.
I accidentally shoot an arrow and it misses, and now I've got no more arrows. So therefore, it's like okay, well, crossbow, whatever it is. So like it's kind of a last resort. So the idea is you have to try and sneak so you don't,
I see,
get anyone's
yep.
attention. But it's kind of it's a bit of a puzzle game as well. So you got to kind of navigate your way through the world of A Plague Tale. So I'm still very keen to figure out where this story goes because I have no idea. It's very unpredictable, to be honest. So yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, no, I've heard so many things about the Plague Tale games that, I mean, they've won quite a few, pardon me, quite a few awards. I need water. They've won quite a few awards. Like, they're quite critically acclaimed. But I've also read that they are horrifically dark.
I went into this blind. I didn't go into it. I didn't watch
did
any
you come
games or
across it?
anything. It was just one of these games that was in my long list in my head. And I was like, you know what? I'm ready for a linear
play this
game.
one.
I don't want an open world game. I need something that's got a good story. And so I played it and it was incredible. I just wasn't prepared for the atmosphere,
Yeah.
if you will.
Sometimes it's just nice to play a linear game.
Yeah,
I love
I like to
open
be
world
told what
though.
to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, yes, tell me a story.
Yeah.
And I'll
Yeah.
walk over to it. Like,
Yeah.
I'll do it. Yeah.
But you get to loot as well. There's stuff to loot. You can
Oh,
make
man,
stuff.
I
That's one of
love
my
to loot.
favorite things. But if you go to loot, then you run the risk of getting caught. So it's opportunity cost. But what do you think you would
think-
learn from this?
What does this make me want to do? One,
Get
it
rats?
kind of makes me want to take a shower.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
Like a nice
Yeah.
everything shower.
Yeah.
Makes me want to watch
Yeah.
like Contagion.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You know, I got really obsessed with the plague when I was a child. You know, how like
Sorry.
was that not at all girls?
Oh
Just
my
girly
God.
things.
I love and respect that, and all I want to do is know more.
Oh, I just like I went to like England when I was like 10, like 11 or 12, and I really got obsessed with medieval torture instruments.
Okay.
Like I was like, Mom, I want to go to the torture instrument museum. They have one. It was great. And then like plague, and I don't know why like. And I'm not a big, I'm a girl, you know what I mean? I'm just a girl.
I just want to, okay, so I do feel like there are some universal, like, girly hyperfixations that
Torture
happen.
instruments?
Okay, whoa.
Just the medieval ones.
Honestly, I had an assignment on medieval torture instruments, so I can see.
Yeah, you know what I
I remember
mean?
doing that. I feel like a common one is, like, Greek mythology. Maybe, like, star signs or something. What's, like, another common, like,
Mushrooms?
mushrooms?
Bugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mushrooms and bugs.
Bugs.
I can kind of see plague because
Plague.
the plague was
Fascinating.
a huge thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Decimated,
I think
30% of Europe? Like,
you learn so much about the plague in high school that I
Yeah.
feel, or
Yeah.
primary school even. I think I learned about the plague too early as a child.
Is that too
In
early to learn about the
school.
plague?
I feel like, because I remember like learning about it not well.
Yeah.
Or maybe I just didn't retain enough information because I came out of learning about the plague going, okay, it's rats and people wore crazy outfits and other people died.
Yep.
Yeah.
mean,
People
that-
look
yeah.
people look like birds.
yes,
and
the
they-
bird thing. I remember
I
that.
loved the plague doctor.
the plague
Yep.
doctor thing. Yeah, it's really cool.
There was like this thing called Horrible Histories. I don't know if
Oh,
you
I love
guys-
Horrible Histories.
I
God,
still
I
have
love
all the
Horrible
magazines
Histories.
and all of the little things that come with them because I was so obsessed with like learning about like
Yeah.
the weird
Yes.
stuff that
Yeah.
happened all those years ago.